Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so very much for being here. In today's video we are going to be talking about all of the books that are on my physical TBR, and I'm looking at this bookshelf and I'm a little nervous because there's books there and there are books here that I have yet to read, and this video can be easily an hour long. I'm thinking of editing Yedisa and I just don't want to do that to her, so without further ado, I'm going to get right into the video. I'm going to be talking about every single book that is on my physical TBR. I'm going to say the title and the author, and maybe that's it. Maybe here and there I will say a little bit more. That is it because I have a lot. I have a problem. I like to say, is it really a problem? I really hope my mom doesn't see this video. The first book is All the Dangerous Things by Stacey Willingham. She is the same author as A Flicker in the Dark. Absolutely love that book. 5-star read, so that's her newest release. Very excited to read that one. Then I got Lock Every Door by Riley Sager. I have yet to read any of his books. Have heard nothing but great things. Then I have Practice Makes Perfect by Sarah Adams. This is actually her newest release. This is the second book in the When in Rome series. It's sort of like a sequel, also standalone, but either way, very excited to read this one. Oh my god, I need to stop saying that. I can't keep saying that. Then we have Funny You Should Ask by Alyssa Sussman. Look at the cover. We love it. Then we have Things We Hide from the Light by Lucy Score. This is her newest release. This is the second book in the Knockmount series. I really want to read that before the final third one comes out next month. Then we have The Score by Elle Kennedy. This is the third book in the Off Campus series. Love the series. Then we have One Italian Summer by Rebecca Surley. When I read the synopsis in Target, I actually started tearing up. Sounds like a beautiful story. Then we have Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez. Destiny Sidwell loves Abby Jimenez and her writing, so I trust Destiny Sidwell. She has good taste, so very excited to read this one. Then I have Where the Crawdads Sing by Delia Owens. My mom read it, said she really liked it, so I want to read it because she read it. Then I have When in Rome by Sarah Adams. This is actually the first book in the When in Rome series. Practice Makes Perfect is the second one. Then we have Book Lovers by Emily Henry. This is probably gonna be my next read. I am so freaking excited. I love Emily Henry. I would give her a kiss. If she said, Yedisa, give me a kiss, I would. I love her writing so much. Then we have Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez. Destiny says she absolutely loved this book, so very excited to read this one. Take a shot after every time I say very excited to read this book. I'm gonna say it so much in this video. Then we have Good Girl Bad Blood. This is the second book in the Good Girl's Guide to Murder series. I love the first book, so I'm sure this one's going to be great. Then we have A Man Called Ove by Frederick Backman. Okay, so now to the second shelf. I have Archer's Voice by Mia Sheridan. So many people have cried reading this book. Right up my alley. If you said I cried reading that book, add to the TBR. Then we have two Tessa Bailey books. We have Hook, Line, and Sinker and Secretly Yours. I am currently reading It Happened One Summer. Oh, so good. The cover is so cute. So excited to read these. Then we have Summer of '69 by Ellen Hilderbrand. This is my first ever Hilderbrand book. Have yet to read any of her books, but she's very popular in the book community, so I'm sure it's gonna be lovely. Then we have The Roommate Experiment by Elena Armas. I read The Spanish Love Deception. Eat it up! So when I saw this at Costco for $10, I bought it. Then we have The Spanish Love Deception. Yep, I know, your jaw might be on the floor. I have yet to read any of Ali Hazelwood's books. Please don't unsubscribe. I know I haven't read it. I know I need to. Please leave me hate comments because I haven't read it. Maybe it will motivate me to finally do it. Then I have Maggie Moves On by Lucy Score. Love the cover. Look at the dog. We love it. Then we have Dating Dr. Dill by Nisha Sharma. Something about the girl in the chair gives me those vibes. Then we have Red, White, and Royal Blue by Casey McQuiston. Usually a book like this wouldn't really grab my attention, but Larry Reed's read it. She said she loved it, so I bought it. Then we have The Goal and The Legacy by Elle Kennedy. I believe this is the 4th and 5th. Then we have How to Stop Time by Matt Haig. Ugh! I love The Midnight Library with my whole freaking heart. And I read that book over 2 years ago and I told myself I have to read more of Matt Haig's books. Here I am, haven't read any of them yet, but the synopsis on this bad boy, very intriguing. Then we have Just My Type by Fallon Ballard. Look at this, so freaking cute. So I bought it. Then I have I Am Not Your Perfect Mexican Daughter by Erica L. Sanchez. This was one of those synopsises where I read and I knew that it was going to mess me up. Then the last one on the second shelf before the coffee gets cold. I'm not going to attempt to say the name because I don't want to butcher it, but this, me, October to November, we're happening. Time traveling, coffee. They get to time travel, but they have to come back before the coffee gets cold. I don't know why I'm talking like this. I hope you guys are enjoying it, because I don't know if I am. Okay, now to the last shelf. Okay, so now we're going to dive into the books that I have borrowed. My boyfriend Jaden's aunt, lovely woman. She let me borrow 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 books. The first book is The Fourth Winds by Kristen Hanna. Then she let me borrow The Great Alone. Then we have Winter Garden and Fly Away. I actually just remembered that she let me borrow 6, but it's a hardcover, so I have it over there. Okay, besides the point. I have heard nothing but great things about Kristen Hanna's writing as well. They're just a little intimidating because the books are a bit big, and I don't know, like something about that just kind of intimidates me. Like I don't know if I want to be invested in it yet, you know? Then the last one is The Return by Nicholas Spark. I haven't really heard that many people talk about this book. Then I have As Good as Dead by Holly Jackson. This is the 3rd book and the last book in the Good Girl's Guide to Murder series. Then I have Killjoy. This is a novella for a Good Girl's Guide to Murder series. So got my hands on both. Then I have The Fine Print by Lauren Asher. Then I have Birthday Girl by Penelope Douglas. Steph Bohr raves about this book, so it's like it's a 5-star read. Then I have Daisy Jones and the Six by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Taylor Jenkins Reid is easily one of my favorite authors. She wrote The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. Ate up that book. So good. 5-star reads. I just know in like 5 years I'm gonna go back to that clip of me saying eat it up and I'm gonna cringe so hard. Then I know, The Hating Game by Sally Thorne. I know, I don't know what I'm doing not reading this book either. Then I have The Silent Patient. Bought this at Walmart, read the synopsis, and I was like, then to the last book is The Whisper Man by Alex North. This is a cute little pocket book. Nair, I'm going to move you to over here, to the bad boys, to the bookshelf, to my trophies. I'm just so excited to talk about these books. They're so cute. I love the way they look. So the top shelf, I'm laughing at the fact of how empty this is. The top shelf up there, let me move you up. Let's admire it real quick. This shelf right here, I have my Twilight series. I've read all of those. And then I have the Summer Turn Pretty series, and I've read all of those. But everyone, give Bad Bunny a kiss. Mwah. I love the shelf so freaking much. We have to admire it for just a little bit. And like, look at my cute little mushroom bookmarks. Okay, but to the shelf below it, I have removed the books that I haven't read. Yeah, this is embarrassing. Oh man, this is like some sort of like public humiliation. Got this tag right here. The first book is A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. She quite frankly has the entire book community in a chokehold. Then we have actually one of the one or few self-help books that I have. This is Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway by Suzanne Jeffers. So this book is supposed to help you with everything, all of your anxiety. So feel the fear, anxiety, and do it anyway. I have anxiety about reading the book. It's gonna happen, just not today. Then I have Hopeless by Colleen Hoover. She definitely does not have the whole book community in a chokehold. I'm intrigued anyway. Then we have Before We Were Strangers by Renee Cardland. We have Imaginary Friend by Stephen Chbosky. Then I have The X-Hex by Erin Sterling. This is gonna be exactly what I want during the Halloween season. Then I have Legends and Lattes by Travis Ballandre. And the cover, wow. We love it. We have, this book is very intimidating. Stephen King, Insomnia. So this is when I was like not knowing what books were for me. I knew that Stephen King's really popular and my stepdad was telling me all about him. And I somehow then buy a almost 800-page book by him. I need to put on my big girl panties on and read that one. Then we have Circe by Madeline Miller. These are 2 of the 3 books my coworker actually gave me. Bless her freaking heart. Haven't heard anything about either, but the synopsis sound really intriguing. It's The Grim Rose by Laura Pohl. And then we have She Is Haunting by Trang Than Tran. I'm so embarrassed on how I pronounce that. Then we have Sharp Objects by Gillian Flynn. I found this book in a mini library and actually it was my boyfriend, bless his heart. Then we have The Book Thief by Marcus Zusak. I've heard so many people speak so highly and I feel like this is what like smart people read, so I should read it. Then, not that I'm smart, but maybe it'll help me get smart. Then I have If It Bleeds by Stephen King. My stepdad got me this for my 20th birthday. I'm going to be 22 next month. Then we have A Thousand Splendid Suns by Khalid Hosseini. Then we have The Road by Cormac McCarthy. I watched the movie. To read about it is gonna take me somewhere else and it's going to intensify those feelings. Then we have Yoke by Mary H.K. Choi. They connect hands. It's the most beautiful thing. It's about sisters. One of them has cancer. It's gonna be a masterpiece. It's gonna be so beautiful. I just don't know when I'll ever be ready to read about sister loss, but I'm gonna. Okay, so now to this shelf. I am really outing myself here. The first book is 8 Perfect Hours by Leah Lewis. Then I have Maybe Someday by Colleen Hoover. Then I have The Housemaid by Frida McFadden. Frida McFadden has been poppin', at least for me, like what I've been seeing on social media. So I immediately bought this one because I heard lots and lots of people just speak so highly about it. Then we have Such a Fun Age by Kylie Reed. Love the cover on this one. Then we have Everything I Know About Parties, Dates, Friends, Jobs, Life, Love by Dolly Altrin. Steph Bohr rated this like her most favorite book of 2022, so I immediately bought it. Then we have The Inheritance Games by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. This is the first book in the Inheritance Games series. Love the cover, it's so cute. Then I have The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller. This book is really popular. It's Greek mythology. I have seen a lot of people cry over this book, so I feel like I gotta get on it. Then I have I Am by Maggie O'Farrell. Then I have The House in the Cerulean Sea by TJ Cullen. This is gonna be perfect for the fall. Then I have 7 Days in June by Tia Williams. I believe this book is gonna be very emotional in its romance. Then I have Girl in Pieces by Kathleen Glasgow. Then I have One Last Stop by Casey McQuiston, and just like Red, White, and Royal Blue, they are queer stories, and there's also time travel. Sounds so intriguing. And the cover too, so cute. Then I have Blame It on the Mistletoe by Beth Garrod. And look at the cover. It's gonna be so cute. I'm gonna be all cozy with my hot chocolate and the Christmas tree on. It's gonna be a freaking vibe when I read that book. Then I have The Summer Broken Rules by K.L. Walther. Look at the cover. She's so cute. A lot of people spoke highly about this book. Then I have Set on You by Amy Leah. This is a part of the influencer series, and this one is, she's a fitness influencer. Sounds so cute. Then I have My Body by Emily. I don't want to butcher her last name. Then I have Out of Your Love by Hazel Hayes. Out of Love Begins at the End. I read that at Barnes & Noble and I bought it. Then we have We Are Not Like Them by Kristen Pride and Joe Piazza. It says a powerful story about relationship, race, love, forgiveness, and justice, and the stunning ways they intersect. Then I have The 100 Years of Lenny and Margaret. This book I also found in the mini library. Keep in mind, it's been the same mini library. I love that mini library. Every time I go, I find jackpots. Then I have Bunny by Mona Awad. This book is supposed to be weird and creepy, and like after you're done reading it, you're gonna be like, Okay, so now to the last shelf. The bottom shelf and the top shelf are actually empty, so it's just gonna be those 4 that I'll be talking about. So the first books I'm going to talk about is the entire Chestnut Spring series by Elsie Silver. So we got Flawless, Heartless, Powerless, and Reckless. I had to give a moment for the covers because they are so freaking cute. Then we have Addicted to You by Krista and Becca Ritchie. This entire series is extremely intriguing. Then we have The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. Then we have Love and Gelato by Jenna Evans Welch. This is YA, based in Italy. There's a little bit of like a mystery and romance, I believe, as well. We have A Little Life by Hanya Yanagihara. This was actually the first ever book that I bought getting into reading. I saw someone crying on TikTok and they showed this book and I bought it. Then I have All Your Perfects by Colleen Hoover. Sir, now to the second bookshelf. So for the very top shelf, it's actually empty, so I'm going to be talking about the books I have on the second shelf. I have 2 series in that one. So for the first series is, let's see, let's not drop these because I would cry, is the Harry Potter series. I don't know when I'm gonna read it, but I will. I watched all the movies for the first time this last Christmas. I know. I'm 21 years old. I loved the movies. We were watching those this last fall, and so I requested these for Christmas, and he was so lovely to buy me like this beautiful black and white rainbow edition, and they are so stunning. I love them. The artwork on them is beautiful, and they're all in like their own beautiful color. And then to the last one, wow. Then I have the entire Divergent series. This was during Black Friday. Like, I think I bought the entire set for $20. Now let me show you the books that are on the third shelf. Then I have the entire Shatter Me series. So we have Shatter Me, Unravel Me, Ignite Me, Restore Me, Defy Me, Imagine Me. Then for the 3 novellas, we have Believe Me, Find Me. Oh, look at the back, so pretty. And then we have Unite Me. I don't know when I'm going to read it, but I'm gonna. And I'm just a little intimidated with fantasy, but I feel like since it's YA, it's gonna be easier for me to understand. So this is definitely gonna be like the first fantasy like world I ever go in. The books that I have on the shelf that I haven't read yet is Love on the Brain by Ali Hazelwood. And then I have Loath to Love You by Ali Hazelwood. This is actually 3 novellas in one. Costco, let me give you a kiss on the mouth. These both books were like 10 freaking dollars, and this is right when they were released too. And I love the cover. I love the way that they designed it. Then we have the entire Twisted series by Anna Honk. These are all, I believe, like enemies to lovers, dual POV, spicy. Sounds very intriguing, and I'm excited to go into that world. Now let's go to the second to last shelf. Dude, this really looks bad. I barely have any books on there. Like, it's one thing to like know they have a problem, but to like put it out there in the world, it's a bit intimidating. So the first book is The Comfort Book by Matt Haig. Then we have As Long as the Lemon Trees Grow by Zulfa. I'm not sure how to pronounce the last name. Beautiful cover. Looks like a story that's just going to touch my heart, and I know it's just going to be so beautiful to read. So this is the 6th book that my boyfriend's aunt let me borrow. This is The Wish by Nicholas Spark. Haven't heard that many people talk about this book, but again, she told me she really enjoyed it, so I'm going to read it. Then I have This Is Not Fame by Doug Stanhope. He wrote Digging Up Mother, which is a memoir. They're both memoirs, and I loved that book so much. Then I have Crying in H Mart. This is also a memoir by Michelle Zauner. Then I have Leave the World Behind by Rumen Alam. Then I have Survive the Night by Riley Sager. This is also from a mini library, but this one's from a different one than the one I was talking about. So intriguing. The synopsis sounds so good. Then I have Hidden Pictures by Jason Rakulak. This has spooky, scary pictures inside. Then I have Carrie Soto is Back by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Then I have I'm Glad My Mom Died by Jeanette McCurdy. Then I have Happy Place by Emily Henry. This is her newest release. Very intrigued to read this one. The cover, hello, looks lovely. Then I have Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn. I have to read the book before I watch the movie. Then I have The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab. So on the last shelf right here, I have By the Light of the Moon by Dean Koontz. I found it in my mom's library and I took it. This is actually the third or like the last book that my coworker gave me, which is White Smoke by Tiffany D. Jackson. The synopsis sounded really intriguing. I believe it's YA. Wow, we have done it. Buying books is one hobby, reading books is another. But I am on a book buying brand right now, so it's a thing that I don't buy books. Comment down below if you have read any of the books that I talked about. Please, if you literally say, oh my god, read blank, then I'm gonna. I mean, like, I'm gonna read this book no matter what, but if you telling me that, it's gonna motivate me even more. Thank you so very much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!